This morning I watched this video, woman from North Devon explaining how a big company wants to take 100 acres of the land and build battery storage for AI data centers, about 1.8 gigawatts or 1.4 gigawatt hours of energy. And immediately I spotted this as a prime example of narrow thinking. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to insult anyone. Narrow thinking is extremely important, and the reason why we are here as a civilization is due to that narrow thinking and ability to specialize in the different things. But issue with the narrow thinking can be because we don't see the broader picture and usually can create wrong conclusion because of that ability to kind of narrow-mindedly think about something and then create the panic and catalyze people to protest or something. So when I was young, I was quite different. I would get angry about those things because I would immediately recognize those attempts as oil companies trying to peddle or sponsor someone in order to maintain the status quo in the energy generation field so that they can continue their business as usual. But now I basically understand that the issue is not any kind of conspiracy theory. It's just simple human habit of the narrow thinking. It is important to see the broader picture in order to get the understanding, and with the understanding we kind of change our opinions about some of the things. So 100 acres is quite a small area, and United Kingdom area is 60 million acres. In comparison, that's a quite small area, but that's not the end of the story. So first issue I'm having with this person and ringing the bells is that basically she's using the same technology like this one to spread that viral news, and all these people who are also commenting and also liking and giving the support are also using the same technology that uses the electricity and is destroying the land around the world, not just in United Kingdom. So that's the first thing. It's a bit hypocritical, because if she lived in 18th century like maybe Amish, without using cars, home appliances, and she lived only out of land, then I could understand the argument. But because we have a bigger task of climate change and tackling our carbon footprint, somehow we have to reduce our reliance on the fossil fuels, and the battery storage is the key component of balancing our electricity network. And because the energy we are getting from renewables like solar and wind are not continuous, so wind doesn't blow each day and sun shines only during the day and not on every day, somehow we have to store that excess energy in order to use it during the night and during those days where the sun doesn't shine and wind doesn't blow. So from that perspective, it is necessary to have those technology we want to move from the fossil fuels. So that being said, we also have to understand that currently United Kingdom imports 42% of all the food. So 42% is a huge number. Let's say if from whatever reason that imports stops tomorrow, that means that we can't feed 25 million people, because this is the country of almost 70 million people. And only 58% of the food is produced in the United Kingdom. So that's a much bigger issue than those tiny 100 acres, which can't produce much food because it's a patch of 600 meters, but by 600 meters, if you bulldoze a small part of London street, or just in comparison, London has a diameter of almost 60 kilometers. And that small patch is just a 600 meters square by 600 meters. It's tiny, doesn't impact anything. So that means also that we have to do those kind of things. And all these stories about windmills killing the birds and solar and the batteries are taking our land, it is necessary. If we think that we are not self-sufficient, United Kingdom is not self-sufficient, it's highly relying on importing energy and importing food. If that stops tomorrow, then it would hugely impact the population of United Kingdom. Many people would die. So just to get the picture, just on few last heat waves, we lost about 14,000 people due to excess deaths, due to heat. So that means that we have to do something about the climate change and the global warming. Going back, you have to understand that we have 42 million vehicles registered in United Kingdom that are relying on the fossil fuels. That's much bigger issue than the small patch of the 600 meters by 600 meters. But you protesting about the wrong things will certainly create difficulty for those people who are trying to reduce reliance on the fossil fuels. You have to decide eventually what are you supporting, and also you have to open your mind and see the bigger picture and understand what that bigger picture requires. Just keeping the population as it is, we would need significantly higher area of United Kingdom covered by wind generators and solar panels. And maybe you don't like that picture, but that is necessary. This is something we have to do, because climate change doesn't discriminate. It kills equally, you being good, bad, it will kill you anyway. So when survival is at the stake, you have to remove yourself from the narrow thinking and try to see more broader picture, and don't lose the forest because of the single tree. So that's it for today. Thank you and see you again. Bye.